authors and artists work really hard on their stuff, so please support them using the links below.
Shout out to Nathaniel Cawthorn for the $10 Patreon subscription. With your help, we can make Dragon Ball history happen. Earth, May 26, age 767. The following events occurred in Universe 17. During Gohan's final standoff against Cell. In spirit, Goku shouts for his son to hang in there, as he hasn't released his full power yet. But mentally defeated and physically worn, his son doesn't believe he can continue, despite his father's protest from Otherworld. Telling his dad he is sorry, Gohan admits defeat, stating Cell is too strong for him. The monster using the opportunity to overtake the young Saiyan, bidding he say hello to his father for him. And with one last push, Gohan is no more. The Z-Fighters looking on stunned, already severely beaten by the Cell Juniors, knowing there's nothing more that can be done. Though Cell mocks, now he's more tired than ever. This may be the hero's last chance. Vegeta knows the monster is only toying with them, but lets his pride take over anyway. Krillin knows they need to do something other than stand around. And though it may be futile, Piccolo too refuses to stand idly. Even if it may be in vain, Gohan must be avenged. So, who's next? Realizing now, all hope is truly lost, Tien and Yamcha explain how Cell just plans to finish them off one by one, reaching out his arm to end the Namek. Krillin launches his Kienzan, though he only uses it against Earth's fighters. As the last defense, Krillin may get it worse than anyone. As Cell drags him out of Earth's atmosphere to suffocate him in the void of space. With no one to stand up to the monster, he knows he just has one thing left to do: massacre the entire Earth. Landing in a below city, chaos has already begun to grip the planet. As it seems, news of Cell's victory has echoed through civilization, but the bug declares he doesn't plan to hog all the fun for himself, plopping out a Cell Jr. or two. Our poor Earth became a playground for him and his children, and this planet was only the first of a very long list. As for Trunks, he would never return home to his own Universe 14. Getting grumpier than usual, Vegeta growls, ready for this current round to be over. He wants his next turn already. Gohan nudges it's actually far from ending. Continuing his banter, he feels like they've been waiting around for 2 years already. And so, the next match is announced. Ten Shinhan from Universe 9, and Sun Wukong of 2, who shines. At last, the greatest hero of them all gets to fight. While the human takes his place in the ring, the Monkey King chorts if his opponent is too afraid to attack. Though, Tien merely explains, Mr. Wukong must touch down in the ring for the match to start. Ever the trickster, he pulls something out of his ear, extending it into a powerful pull of some kind, before guiding it to the arena's floor, proving it indeed to possess special powers. Snickering, the fight can now be the Z-Warrior taking advantage of the monkey's arrogance, quickly making a Pac-Man out of a nearby planetoid. Trunks shocked Tien could manage that kind of power, but Vegeta has a descending claim. These nearby worlds are nothing more than gaseous bodies, but even if they were full-blown terrestrial planes, it still wouldn't be all too impressive. Resolving to his pull of powers yet again, he increases it to the size of a skyscraper, laughing his Niobe can take any length he wants, and is so heavy, only he himself can move it. Even retaining this confidence as Tien causes a rumble from far below, who proves not to be overwhelmed. With only using one arm, he raises it dozens of feet above the ground. Now growing frustrated, Wukong takes a few hairs from his head, blowing them at his opponent, as they become several Monkey King clones. and proving to be too much for his foe, Tien is announced the winner. Though Sun Wukong argues he's not finished yet. In fact, he was just now starting to develop a strategy. Though Tien warns he not try to bend the rules, as he definitely regret it. Aggravated, the Monkey King scurries off, noting how freaky it is this guy looks just like Bulla. Now, Zangya of 6 and Sun Brawl from 16. But didn't Bojack's crony throw in the towel? Trunks piffing at Sun Brawl, Goten reminds him she's his sister too. As Vegeta's daughter realizes who her opponent is, she's elated to see it's Bojack's girlfriend or something, and couldn't be more stoked, ready to make her suffer and get retribution for Pan. But her father steps in, requesting a 2-minute reprieve to the judge. Granted, they enter the facility to get some privacy. Finding a room, Vegeta requests Brawl take a seat, explaining he forbids her to hurt or kill this Zangya fighter. She is to crush her with a single strike, without any unnecessary violence. Slamming the table, Brawl quarrels it's Bojack's girlfriend. Now is the perfect chance to… Speaking again, her father finishes her sentence, stating it's the perfect chance for her to train her resistance to anger, pressing she got carried away again while in space. Rebutting that anger saved their lives, Vegeta stands for them to leave, thanking her for the save, and she was awesome fighting MajinBlue. But it's still proof of her greatest weakness. She doesn't have the ability to use her full power without destroying everything nearby. She needs to learn better self-control, urging his daughter to do her best in the fight or face expulsion from the tournament. And as we thought, Zangya scuffles with Bojack, chiding she's already given up. But her leader begs to differ, as there are no cowards in Bojack's gang, none that are still alive at least. Taking her place, she figures on the positive side, her opponent is just a kid. Rushing in, Brawl is roaring to go. Mocking, Zangya scoffs that she thought her foe ran away, asking if she's ready to be finished off like her little friend. Ooh, bad start. Incredible! Is she stronger than us too? Without even transforming, Brawl holds back as much as reasonably possible and manages to end the fight with a single blow. However, Zangya is pronounced dead by the Namekian healer. Looking at the ground, she tells her father she did everything she could, who understands. Comforting his child, he admits he knows she didn't intend for things to go that way, and she's passed her self-control test. As cold as ever, Bojack tells the staff that his group isn't a morgue and to take that useless meatbag somewhere else. Brawl annoyed he doesn't even care about his girl, though Gohan mentions he's not so sure that they're an item. In fact, he remembers them killing her in their universe just to distract him. His sister frustrated he only mentions this now. Next match, a lame from 19, an android 16 of 12. Excited to see his partner didn't give up. 16 reminds, this tournament is also about giving proper respect to their opponents. So once again, we get to see what the god-tier tech fighters have to offer. Interestingly enough, against a full-blown robot. Immediately detecting 16 is not an organic life form, he decides there's no reason to go easy. Using what he calls an ultra wafer ball, the android knows if that attack touches him, he's dead. Believing his foe has no choice but to duck. When that happens, he'll be even more of a target. Taking off his hands. "16 notices this armor is greatly resistant to all attacks. But his strikes and speed, these people are also phenomenal warriors. Elaine believes he sees his chance to take the advantage. Standing on the robot, he points out the gravity seems to be rising dramatically. The tech warrior explains his anti-G technology allows him to float, but can also increase the weight of anything he touches, claiming our cybernetic friend to now be at his mercy. Screaming, his Ultra Waver will melt 16 where he lies. Turning to his ally, he can only apologize to Trunks, hoping the Dragon Balls will have compassion for a robot like him. The time traveler shouting for him to just give up, as it isn't worth it. though Elaine wonders why he's hesitating. This is just a walking computer after all. Piccolo bringing up, Trunks should know the Dragon Balls did not resurrect 16 in their realm. Gohan only hoping he taps out. Bellowing for his robot adversary to surrender, 16 again merely utters his goodbyes to Trunks, telling he's happy to have been his friend. Sweating, 16's foe scoffs that he may have a friend, but if having their wish means shooting a man while he's down, he will do it. Smiling, 16 says, there it is. The robot has become a man in his eyes now. Elaine is not heartless. He combines compassion and duty, further stating he's not worried anymore, and Universe 19 is in good hands, finally giving up. The tech fighter confused. Why would anyone risk their life for, what, a lesson? As he's officially given the victory, with the 19th finally getting their first win. One takes the time to brag to Goku in the neighboring group, who initially gives them the satisfaction, before bringing up 16 really isn't that tough, by their current standards at least, leaving them a little deflated. Without a second of downtime, King Cold from Universe 8 is announced as the next contestant versus Videl of Universe 9. Getting a closer look, this Videl seems to have had a bit of a rougher life than the one we're familiar with. And Gohan seemingly getting a much closer look is scolded by his wife, catching him mid-ogle, as the Galactic King himself stoically gets ready for battle.